son. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna need everybody to come back. We gotta get everybody to come back so we can start our program. We're gonna start the program right after this song. So you got this song only. So get over here, right in front of the stage, please.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we found a phone, ladies and gentlemen, found a phone. So come behind the stage at the tent. At the tent, if you lost your phone, we have a phone. Start things off as soon as this song's over. As soon as this song's over, we're gonna need everybody back.
Love is all you need. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. No way you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy.
These are some of my personal heroes. I'm honored to introduce Mayor Paul Crichton and City Councilman John Kale of Atwater, California, our nation's first sanctuary city for small and all businesses.
Thank you, everyone. We're really proud to be here and be part of this. The city of Atwater, I'm the mayor, Paul Creighton, and this is City Councilman John Kale. And we want to thank you guys for telling us what the right thing is to do. So what we did, we listened to our business owners. All businesses in Atwater are open because we believe in America. So I want John to say a couple words real quick because I can run on and on and on. So I want you to introduce John Kale, Atwater City Council.
Thank you, Paul. I will let you know we're not going to say anything that is on everybody else's signs. You can read them, but they're all right. We're a little small town that made a big splash, but we only did it for one reason. It was the right reason, the right thing to do. Live free. Vote your conscience in November. Bye.
Thank you, John. That was wonderful. Thank you all. I don't want to sit up here and ramble on because that's what all the politicians and speakers want to do. I want to be very to the point. Thank you guys, and you guys are making America what this is about. Freedom and liberties. So stand up because either you do it or you'll get ran over. So I want to tell you a quick story about why we decided to open up and do the sanctuary city for Atwater, California. We decided as a council that if you're going to have a city and we support our businesses and we're going to live on taxes, we can't have all the businesses shut down because there's no money coming in to do police, fire, and the parks and stuff. So we're scratching our head. We're listening to the governor's $250 billion in the hole. There's no bailout coming for us. We're alone. We're an island by ourselves. So we were told, you guys got to be quiet, shut up, and get along and go along. Otherwise, you won't get any money. And we decided we need to stand on our own and fight back and do the right thing. So thank you, everybody, and we love you.
Thank you. Guys, we love Atwater. It was amazing to be there to witness that. So thank you so much for coming with us. Our next speaker, many of you probably know, it is Mr. Ben Bergblom. Yeah. Ben is the founder of Frontline America and host of Chasing Freedom on America's Voice News. Ben stands solidly for God, family, and country. It is a great honor for Freedom Angels Foundation to be partnering with Ben Bergblom.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you guys. Everyone that's out here. Each one of you is unique and you're all part of the fight. We are part of one body. One of the things that we've seen throughout this fight, the left has been incredibly effective at dividing. And they've been really effective. They have this thing called intersectionality, where they all come together, no matter what their lie is, but they accumulate those lies. And they stand together. On the right, we haven't done that good of job at that. And I want to invite you guys, no matter what your issue is, no matter what you stand for, that it's time that we come together as Americans, as we the people, as one nation under God, indivisible, as our founders created this nation to be. It's an honor to be here. He's holding my camera right now, but I started doing this just by simply taking a camera out there and walking around and talking to people. And now I got some awesome friends and Patriot brothers like Eddie Block back here, who's gonna speak in a few minutes. We got Brad Beaumont down here, the Brad Beaumont, everybody. And all of our Patriot crew, Tyho Decker out there. We started with a simple vision, and it was just telling the truth. My mission, God's call in my life, is to expose the lies of the left and raise up the next generation of Christian conservative warriors. We are called to call out the lions. God is looking for the lions in our society that are willing to stand for this time in history. Are you a lion? We have to stop worrying about offending people. Whoever blew that shofar, thank you, or the trumpet, whatever that was, yes. Call out the lions. We have to stop worrying about offending people and start worrying about offending God. For too long we have stood by and allowed this nation to be destroyed by tyrants, like the one that occupies that building behind us. The saddest thing in our nation right now is the fact that this is our house. We the people own this house behind me. And yet we are forced out here onto the street. When Gavin Newsom just this week started giving more money to illegal aliens and cutting funding for the veterans' homes across California on the same week that we celebrate Memorial Day. It's unbelievable. The same governor who takes our dollars and gives them to illegals or sends them to China and arrests you for standing up for freedom. He had no right to become our governor. He had no right to swear the oath in the first place. He had already broken it multiple times. And I'm here to stand and say that Gavin Newsom, someday you will hear these words. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you. Do you understand these rights as they have been cited to you? It's time that we stand for our God-given rights. Stand united or die divided. God bless you guys. God bless America.
And now Eddie Block, he's a friend of ours from Eddie Block Films and Frontline America, award-winning video editor and son of a Vietnam veteran.
you guys, thank you guys. Now, first off, I gotta take off my hat. I normally don't do this, but I never thought I'd get a haircut today here in front of the Capitol. So, thank you, LaDonna, for the haircut. And I'm here to talk to you about, I'm the son of a veteran. My dad was in the United States Air Force for 21 years. He did a lot of stuff we don't know about. Everything on his DD-214s are blocked out. So, he was exposed to Agent Orange. He died in my arms when I was 6 years old, and he was only 40. My brother and my sister were right there with us. And so what I'm here today to do is to ask you guys to stand up, because my dad fought for your right to be here. And if you're not here, I want you to come back out and be here next time. This is my dad on his 21st anniversary when he went in, and then when he left. And the very first veteran from Vietnam who finds me gets a free shirt, one of my free shirts. So when I get off here, if you're a Vietnam veteran, find me, and I'll be down there. And if anybody else wants a shirt, we got them for a little bit of a donation to help Ben and I out. So God bless everybody. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I'm like this disabled because I have Agent Orange exposure in me too. And I can't have any kids because they will have it too. And I'm not mad at the military. I love my dad's service, and I love the Air Force and everybody that served for our country, and I want to thank you. But God bless America. Stand up. Don't let my fathers and all your fathers and mothers and sisters and anybody who fought in a war, don't let them down. Stand up. Open to California. God bless you.
I have the distinct privilege of introducing my dear friend, and she's probably going to kill me, Sandy Bergman. We decided today that we wanted to recognize some heroes, and most of you might not have any idea who Sandy Bergman is, but she's a behind-the-scenes warrior that does everything. If you look around, all of these food trucks came because Sandy reached out to them.
Thank you, Sandy!
And that's just how she is. Every event we have, she organizes, she contacts media, she makes sure that people are here to hear our message. And she has a message today that she wants to share, so.
Thank you. Oh my God, I love you too. Hi! How many of you here remember, how many of you here remember the day that you walked across the stage, got your diploma that you worked really hard for, I think, and then you went and you threw your cap in the air with your classmates while your family looked on, and of course a lot of moms got the tear in their eye, and you were proud. How many of you did that? Right? Well, this class of 2020, especially here in California, they're not getting that experience, and I'm going to do something about that for them and my son who happens to be here. I look at it this way. The average football field in college or in high school is 300 feet by 53 and a half feet wide, and that's just the grass. Then you've got the track field around that and big old bleachers on the other sides, right? The other day I was standing in line at Costco doing my fair share of standing on my tape, and I thought to myself, these kids have been practicing all these years about waiting their turn and standing in line and following the rules. So if we can go to Costco and Target and Walmart, and you get the idea, inside, these kids can walk across that field in the fresh air by themselves, single file, and get their diploma! The problem I'm having in my district anyway is they want to push it out to the end of summer if we're lucky, and maybe the fall. But the problem is there's three things. One, ain't gonna happen. But there are kids that are leaving to go serve in the armed forces. They're leaving to go serve a mission to God. And I personally know of a couple people, and I've seen on the petition here, of family members who are terminally ill, and they've been holding on for this day. And we need to make it happen sooner than later. So, if you would please go on your phones whenever you get time, maybe on your way home or when you get home, go to change.org and look for this title, Let Them Walk, the Class of 2020. Thank you!
All right, and next we have America Figueroa. Comes from the Coachella Valley, a mother of 5, executive director for Alliance to Protect Children, advocate for children and families, Christian leader, and candidate for California 56th Assembly District.
Hello, California! Are there any fellow Hispanic Latinos in here? ¿Hay algún latino hispano por aquí? Yes. Okay, I have some advice for my fellow Hispanic Latino friends. Tengo consejo para mis amigos hispanos y latinos. Number 1, throw your TV away. Número 1, tire su televisión. Number 2, número 2, stop voting for a party and start voting for a person. Dejen de votar por un partido y comiencen a votar por la persona. The reason that I'm here today and the reason that I'm doing and I do what I do, la razón por la que estoy aquí hoy y la razón por la que hago lo que hago y estoy haciendo lo que estoy haciendo, it's number 1.
We have someone getting some medical help right now, so everyone just wait for a second. Yeah, sorry, America. Thanks. Okay, she's got a medical attention. Thank you. Sorry, America. Thank you.
No, that's okay. Why don't we just lift up a prayer really quick for that person. Father God, we come to you and ask that you will cover this person that got sick, whatever it is, Father God, you are in control and we know it. You know what it is and we worship you, we lift her up. I think it's a lady. We lift her up, Father God, and ask you for healing and protection over her life and her family, whoever is here with her today, in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so where were we? ¿Dónde estábamos? Number 2, I said stop voting for a party and vote for the person. Yes, and I said the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing, that I'm running for office, that I'm here today, la razón por la que estoy corriendo para un puesto público y estoy aquí hoy, number 1 is for our children, because public education is a mess. Número 1 es por nuestros hijos, porque la educación pública es un asco. That's number 1. Number 2, because I believe in protecting life. Porque creo en proteger a la vida. Life begins at conception. La vida comienza desde la concepción. So that's why I'm here. That's what I stand for. I believe in protecting the Second Amendment. Yo creo firmemente en proteger la segunda enmienda. That was written for us to get protected from government tyranny, like the one we are facing right now. Esa fue creada para protegernos del gobierno tirano como el que estamos enfrentando en este momento. I also stand for religious liberty. También estoy por la libertad religiosa. Come on, it's about time we open the churches. As a matter of fact, they shouldn't have been closed at all. Es hora de abrir las iglesias. De hecho, no debían de haber sido cerradas nunca en ningún momento. Church is always essential. Yes, church, we are the church and we go to the temple, but that's essential. Sí, es cierto que somos la iglesia y vamos al templo, pero eso es esencial. Congregarnos es esencial. We have come so many times to the Capitol to speak up for our children, for the nasty sex education that's been pushed in the school. Hemos venido muchas veces al Capitolio a hablar por nuestros hijos y por la asquerosa educación sexual que se está presentando. And we have been just slapped in the face by our legislators. Y nos han dado una cachetada nuestros legisladores. So it's about time people stop voting for a last name. A Hispanic Latino last name. I'm talking to you, my fellow Hispanic Latinos. Es hora de que dejemos de estar votando por un apellido. Y eso va por mis compañeros, amigos hispanos y latinos. Stop voting for a last name that sounds Hispanic when the person doesn't even speak Spanish. Paren de votar por un apellido que suena hispano cuando la persona ni siquiera habla español. We gotta get smart. We gotta change. We gotta keep America the way it was meant to be. Debemos ser inteligentes, debemos votar diferente y mantener a Estados Unidos la manera que fue diseñada para que fuera. Let's protect our liberties. Let's stand up to this tyrannic government, and God bless America.
Thank you, America. She has been a champion for so many years, especially for parental rights. We are so thankful to have strong leadership through America. All right, our next guest is Mr. Sean Foyt. His name, he comes to us, he's a family guy, a missionary, an artist, author, and political activist. He recently launched Hold the Line. This is near and dear to me because this is a hashtag I've been using for over a year. So this is amazing to meet somebody who started an organization, Hold the Line. Especially those of us who claim to be Christians. More than ever, this is the moment in time where we need to hold the line. So he is here to stand for the church and for millennials, to stand tall and strong for our freedom of faith and for our families. So introducing Mr. Sean.
Hey, good afternoon, California. I just want to say one thing to start. The church is essential. Again, let me say that again. The church is essential. Come on, it just feels good to say. Turn to someone next to you, just say that. The church is essential. Come on. Well, hey, listen, I'm going to play a little song for you. It's going to be super fun, but on the drive down here, I live up in Redding in Northern California, and I know there's a bunch of us down here. How many are up there in the Redding area? There we go. And I wanted to read something that was just on my heart as I was driving down I-5. Obviously, the reason we're here is because we love this state. And we are outraged at what it has become. Amen? God's promises are firm over California. We believe it. And so we're here to stand up. We just launched a movement called Hold the Line, like she mentioned, and we kind of have a three-part reason for existing. Number one, we want to register voters. Just as Rob McCoy was saying, so many Christians are not voting. And just like my good friend Senator Shannon Grove says, if you don't show up at the dinner table, you end up on the menu. So it's time for the church to begin to vote. Number two, we're here to educate on the issues. Real facts. Not the media spin, but real facts on the issues. And the third thing is we want to mobilize the moment. And I these amazing patriots here because I don't think there's a better event to mobilize than this right now. Let's just give it up for these amazing organizers. What a historic day. I'm too fired up. We got to switch mics. All right, I want to read this to you and then we're going to sing a song. There's never been a better moment to mobilize than right now. The future of our freedoms is at stake. The tyrannical government overreach in California is at an all-time high. To the people out there that would shame the thousands that are gathering today, I would say this: our freedom does not begin where your fear ends. It's just not how America works. The job of government is to protect our liberty and our freedom, to treat us as adults and not serfs. We decide when and if we go to church and the church of our choosing. No government has the right to stand between me and my God. No government has the right to stand between me and my God. This country was formed of the people, by the people, and for the people. Today, We stand here with a government of democratic socialists, for the Democrat socialists and the subservient masses. California is morally, ethically, and financially bankrupt, and we are the creditors. Hold the line, California, or what's left of our liberty will soon be taken from us. Californians deserve to be treated like adults instead of minions, and we deserve leaders, not dictators. So in that spirit, and for the reason why I fight and why you fight, I have brought my family and some of my kids on stage. Come on, guys. And we're going to sing a song. You guys hear that? This song is called Raise Your Voice. Come on, can somebody raise their voice? And we're going to sing it, and this is the reason why. You know, we moved to California a few years ago, well, actually 4 years ago, and I just could not believe the future that we were going to have to hand off to our kids. And that's when I thought, we gotta engage, we gotta fight, we gotta stand our ground for the future of our generation. How is it that 12-year-olds without parental consent can get a sex change? But if you're under 16, you have to have a parent with you to get your ears pierced. I don't know, that gets me fired up. So I want you guys to sing this. This is the bridge. We're going to sing the whole song, but let me just teach you the bridge real quick. It goes like this. This is our time to stand up, stand up. This is our time to speak up, speak up. This is our moment. We're gonna own it. We'll be the change. Come on, sing that with me. This is our time. This is our time to stand up, stand up. This is our time to speak up, speak up. This is our moment. We're gonna own it. We'll be the change. Come on, one more time. Sing that with me. This is our time to stand up, stand up. This is our time to speak up, speak up. This is our moment. We're gonna own it. We'll be the change. All right, that's the bridge. Are you guys ready? Come on, give me some claps out there. There we go. We will not stay silent, for the time is now. We will rise to be the answer. A change is coming. Born in the USA. All right, here we go. This is for our future. And this is for our future. For the ones who've been ignored and been forgotten, for the life without the right to make a choice. We're gonna raise our voice. This is for our freedom. This is for our freedom. This is for the hopes of every generation, for the innocence of every girl and boy. We're gonna raise our voice. Let's sing it one more time. This is for our future. This is for our future, for the ones who've been ignored and been forgotten, for the life without the right to make a choice. We're gonna raise our voice. This is for our freedom. We're gonna raise. Okay, here we go. This is our time to stand up. This is our time to stand up, stand up. This is our time to speak up, speak up. This is our moment. This is our moment. We're gonna own it. We'll be the change. Come on, sing it with me. This is our time. This is our time to stand up, stand up. This is our time to speak up, speak up. And this is our moment. We're gonna own it. We'll be the change. Come on, let's just go for freedom. This is our time to stand up. This is our time to speak up, speak up. This is our moment. We're gonna own it. We'll be. Now I'm gonna have my 9-year-old daughter sing that out to end this. This is our time. You guys all around the mic.
Oh my gosh, we cannot wait to have more events with this family. This is incredible. So this is actually the perfect time. I mean, if we're gonna make some change, I think the best change that we can start working on right now is the RecallGavin2020.com campaign. Yes, so it is my great honor to introduce Ed Ring, who will be telling you all about how the recall is gonna go.
Thank you. You know, I'm a volunteer for this campaign. This is the second try. It took 3 tries to get Gray Davis out of office. We're only gonna need 2 tries this time. We learned from last time around. We had 325,000 signatures. That's a pretty big army, and every one of them is supporting this effort, and they're going to be bringing petitions around. We're going to have petitions in the first week of June. So if you're a parent that doesn't like what your students and children are being taught, if you don't like, as a teacher, the fact that you can't suspend anybody anymore, if you've got a problem because you lost your job before the pandemic, and now you've got, what, 3.5 million people suddenly thrown out of work. Before that, we had AB5. Who signed AB5? Gavin Newsom signed AB5. Are you an independent contractor? I am. Can't work, lose clients, lose money, thrown out of a job. 2 million people had their jobs put in jeopardy just by that. You want to do something? Recall Gavin Newsom 2020. You know, Gavin Newsom is not just a bad governor and a corrupt governor. He represents something. The biggest lie in America is that conservatives and Christians and patriots have all the money. They have all the dark money. They're the ones that are buying the media and the... Yes, it is bull. It's the biggest lie in America. Billionaires are backing up Gavin Newsom and his party. Billionaires that don't care about borders, billionaires that don't care about law and order, Billionaires that want to pack us into cities, get us off of rural areas, put us in apartments, and make us ride trains. They don't care about American liberty. They don't respect private property. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think they're doing with this recall? They're mopping up all of the small businesses. So the only businesses left are going to be Walmart and Kmart. That's all that's going to be left in this country if we let the billionaires who back Gavin Newsom have their way. So this is more than just recalling a bad governor. This is sending a message to all of them, sending a message to that party, sending a message to incumbents. So recall Gavin Newsom 2020. I didn't mean to talk this much. I just wanted to say 3 words. Remember these 3 words because that's all you need. Go into Facebook, go onto your web browser and put in recall Gavin 2020 and get ready because we're going to put him out of office. I want to introduce the lead proponent. And by the way, our lead proponent for this effort is a recently retired sheriff sergeant, and I can tell you not just from talking with him, but with other members of law enforcement, speaking as civilians, they're not the ones that threw you off your lawn today. It was Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom made that decision. That wasn't a highway patrol decision. That was a governor's decision that threw you off your lawn so we couldn't enjoy our appropriate social distance. So let me introduce Orrin Heatley. Orrin is a very determined individual. I wouldn't be volunteering for this campaign if I wasn't extremely confident in his ability to put together the coalition that we need. Recall Gavin 2020. Here you are.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. Folks, Gavin Newsom is a train wreck. And we're going to derail his political career right now. Okay? What Ed said is correct. We have an active recall that's underway. We will begin circulating in just days. The Secretary of State held it up. We would have loved to have the petition out here for you to sign today, but it's in the Secretary of State's office and they're reviewing it, okay? As soon. Now, I have an assignment for all of you today, okay? Go to recallgavin2020.com. Enter in your email and you will be given an alert as soon as our recall is active and you're able to sign. We have an 8.5 by 11 form. It's standard paper this time and with 5 signature boxes. It's a superior form. Our team has been working behind the scenes on your behalf. We are not doing this recall. We're offering the recall for you to do. This is your recall. The one thing that frightens a government official is an organized citizen group, okay? Let's show Gavin Newsom that we're organized. Say it with me. Recall Gavin! 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 Thank you all very much. God bless America.
Remember, that's Recall Gavin 2020. We're not waiting till 2022. Recall Gavin 2020.
Just one more thing to say. I have just one more thing to say, folks. Every battle that's worth fighting, and this is a battle that's worth fighting, takes backing and support, and it takes funding, okay? We have to build our war chest. You can go onto our website, recallgavin2020.com, and donate today. If every one of you in the crowd donated just $5, $10, $20, we would be able to launch this. And the media is ignoring our efforts. They're not going to give us any free airtime. We have to pay for it. Everything that we're doing costs money, and I appreciate the Freedom Angels for allowing us up here today.
Thank you, guys. Freedom Angels will be partnering with the recall effort. We are going to have multiple calls to actions. We're going to have a funding campaign for them as well. So we stand solidly with this recall effort. Okay, Stephanie, introduce our next speaker.
All right. I'll make it quick. Our next speaker is David Rodriguez. I love David Rodriguez. If you don't know who he is, you're in for a big treat. He's a publisher of the book called The Underground History of American Education by John Taylor Gatto. And it would be a great time for you to read that book right now while all of our kids' school is in jeopardy. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to turn it over.
How many of you want to open California? I said, how many of you guys want to open California now? How many of you want to go back to work now? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, the secret is in your hands. We gotta take a look in the mirror, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. Our rights, do you know where our rights come from? So why are we begging for our rights from politicians? We are doing something phenomenal here. We are remembering, where do our freedoms come from? They come from God or nature or humanity or whatever you believe in. Evolution is fine. It comes from your body. And how many of you own your body? Can I see you raise your hands? How many of you think the politicians own your bodies? Not one person. This is what we have to remember. Your body, your soul belongs to you, not to anybody in that building. Is that okay? Can I say all right? So what we're dealing with is the accumulation of the dumbed down schools teaching children that they don't have rights, that the rights come from politicians. And so one of my purposes is to help you remember that, because I used to beg permission from politicians, but there's something called self-ownership. This is one of the most dangerous principles, because if you remember that you own your body, then you take personal responsibility for your life and stop asking these guys for permission. Now, how many of you have children out there, yes? When your children defy you, do they ask for permission, or they just refuse to eat, refuse to clean their room, and just completely disobey? Disobedience is one of the most powerful weapons that we have, and we are actually part of something in Santa Cruz called the Santa Cruz Volunteers. We are currently implementing civil disobedience on the beach. We've been doing this for 4 weeks in a row, not asking for permission. We are exercising our freedom. You know why? Free people don't ask for freedom, they exercise it. So I want to tell you about something, the evolution of human consciousness. For decades and generations, we thought our rights come from politicians, but now we're here together. This whole COVID issue has brought us together, and we're remembering that our rights come from the Creator, from God, or evolution, whatever it is, and it's time to evolve beyond asking for permission. So today, this Saturday, or tomorrow, get some of your buddies, go open up some businesses, and don't ask for permission from a politician. You have rights from God. And what I want to share lastly is that the future is voluntary. The problem is that these guys wear fancy suits and ties and they speak well, but you know what they use? They use coercion. They use violence. They use intimidation. Is that acceptable or no? So what we do, all moral, peaceful people, is use consent. We use voluntary relationships. And so this is why I believe the future is voluntary. If you want to stay connected, what I do, I help parents remove their children from the school system. I do accelerated graduations, homeschool consulting. You can find me at homeschoolleader.com. David Rodriguez is my name. Thank you so much for your time, and freedom's gonna win! Now the next speaker is an international public speaker about freedom. He has a book, a very powerful book called Government, the Biggest Scam in History. I highly recommend you take a look at it. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Etienne de la Boeche Square, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man, what a crowd. This is amazing to see so many people standing up for your God-given rights, for your natural law rights. You don't have a right to own your business because politicians gave you the right to run a business. You have a right to feed your family. You have the right to do whatever you want to do as long as you're not hurting anybody else. And my book, Government, the Biggest Scam in History, the biggest secret of government is that it's illegitimate on its face. If I don't have the ability to rob you, make up rules for you, and take your money, I can't delegate a right I do not have myself. to a representative or to a government to represent me doing something I do not have the ability to do myself. I can't be bound by a social contract I didn't sign. And if two people can't vote to steal the money from a third person, then it doesn't matter if there's a fourth person or a fifth person or a sixth person. Nothing can take something that's inherently immoral and make it moral just because the majority wants to do it. And that's the biggest secret. That's the biggest scam of government, that it's been illegitimate since the beginning. And in my book, I break down how it's the government and the media working together to sell you on the legitimacy of politicians getting to rule you from Washington, D.C. I'm also the author of an article called Plandemic at government-scam.com/plandemic. I'm an ex-Wall Street guy. And COVID, to me, and the investigation that I've done with all of the foreknowledge, is the engineered, manufactured excuse to hand trillions of dollars to Wall Street, to private banks, to private companies through these stimulus and bailouts. They spent billions to engineer a situation where they're handing themselves trillions. COVID is a bank robbery at its case. But that's not what I want to tell you about. What I want to tell you about was what David just told you about, and the Santa Cruz Voluntarists, where we got together and we started out with 10 people that didn't believe what the government and the media was telling them. And then it went to 20. And then it went to 35, and then it went to 60, and yesterday we had probably 70 plus people, peaceful civil disobedience. Martin Luther King, Gandhi-esque peaceful civil disobedience. Don't beg for your rights, take your rights. Exercise your rights. Get together, get your friends together, start out with 5. Watch it grow to 10, watch it grow to 20. Get them together, hug your neighbors, have fun, reopen California. Thank you very much. Thank you to the Freedom Angels for doing this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Howard. Love David Rodriguez and Howard. Okay, so our next speaker is Mrs. Dana Bryant. Yes, she is the co-founder of Crossing the Jordan Academy. She is here to share her story about her and her husband's defiance of the Sonoma County order, her husband Michael's daily arrest. 3 times a day he is being arrested because they refuse to close their businesses. This woman and her husband are a hero. Their businesses are supporting hundreds, keeping a roof over their heads. It is Freedom Angel's greatest honor to welcome to the stage Mrs. Dana Bryant.
Thank you. I'm not a politician and I'm not a pastor, so I need your help. All the way in the back, you patriots, I need to hear from you. Patriots in the back, in the front, on the side, on the right. I need your help. Come on. Thank you. My husband and I are the co-founders of an organization called Crossing the Jordan Academy. It is an 18-month residential recovery program that houses over 100 residents, including small children. We are fully funded by our social enterprises. We have 6 or had 6 retail locations that fund our mission. Not one government dollar. Thank you. I happen to believe that what is occurring with us is because we are a reflection of the failed policies of our state regarding homelessness and addiction. On May 2nd, we were at a breaking point. We complied, we reached out to our local government, we asked for help, and we were ignored. So we opened our doors. My husband took a stand for our community. On May 11th, they showed up. I need a shout out to my Sonoma County friends. I'm here for you. I do not want You have to understand, it is amazing we are here right now in Sacramento, and you actually, with this guy right here, have your ability to have no masks on and eat inside. We do not have that in Sonoma County. We have one of the most restricted orders right now. We have had very little relief. So on May 11th, we opened our doors, and my husband, Michael Bryant, he didn't want to be up here, but he's somewhere in the crowd. He's my hero because he stood for the people that we stand for, and he opened the doors. He walks in to the police station every single day, and he is arrested 3 times a day, technically, and released. Here's what we want to say to you. We were once ourselves a menace to society. But because of God and the freedoms that we have in this great nation, we decided to live our lives to the fullest. Because on this special weekend, we better remember that people sacrificed for the freedoms in which we were given. Thank you. Freedom isn't free. And when we do not go against the tyranny, we are not honoring those men and women that died for our country. So we will remain open. We will not back down. The government called us and said, don't worry, we'll take care of your people. Excuse me, they're not a number. That's our damn family, and you're not going to take them anywhere. One last thing. Everything we teach at Crossing the Jordan is about being courageous. My husband developed a training that is called Intrepid. Intrepid means be courageous in the face of fear. That's what I'm calling you to do today. Stand up. Open up your businesses. Follow their damn guidelines, but open up America. God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Dana.
USA! 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 USA!
Okay, next up we have Denise Pedro. I don't know if I said that right. And I'll just turn it over to her. She is running for District 44 State Assembly against Jackie Irwin.
Hi, everybody. Are you ready to get angry? 'Cause I'm angry. You're already angry. Well, I'm Denise Pedro. I was working in construction out in the job sites of Los Angeles County when I had enough, and I said, fine, I will step away from my private life because we need more regular people in that building, right? I ran into some people from the LA area. They are wonderful candidates, Hispanic candidates and influencers, and I said, I will give up some of my time so that you guys can introduce yourselves too. I need your support. Voteforpedro.com is my website. Come and find me.
Hello everybody, my name is Ricardo Benitez. I'm from downtown LA, San Fernando basically. But I represent my people over there, and we are here asking Gavin Newsom to reopen California. My people is hungry right now over there. They don't have a jobs. Businesses are all closed. All the restaurants who are employing all those people from the District 39, they are closed, and those people over there are begging, and Gavin Newsom is giving them just $500 supposedly, but those organizations has been stuck with the money on the table. Thank you very much. Vote Ricardo Benitez for the State Assembly.
Hey, Sacramento! Hey, America! Are we Americans first? Yeah! That's right, we're Americans first. My name is Jessica Martinez. I'm from Whittier, California, and I'm running for State Assembly for the 57th Assembly District. Ricardo and myself were one of the 2 plaintiffs on that lawsuit to stop Gavin Newsom from giving $75 million of taxpayer money to undocumented workers. Because it's unconstitutional. Do we stand for the Constitution? That's right, we stand for the Constitution. And I'm your constitutional candidate for this coming November. Go to martinezforassembly.com, show your support. Thank you so much.
Hello guys, I just want to say hello to everyone. I came all the way from LA. My name is Yasmina Saavedra. I'm the Spanish voice of Latinos for Trump. And we're gonna be supporting President Trump 4 more years. Latinos for Trump!
All right, Sacramento. Where's our people at? My name is Anthony Cabasa, and I am the Democrats' worst nightmare. I am the chairman to the Republican Hispanic Assembly of California. I am the proud son of an immigrant mother, and I served my country honorably 11 years. And I loved every moment of it. I was a Spanish interpreter at the border, so I know firsthand exactly what is going on at the border. Telemundo and Univision continue to suppress me, my voice, and my organization because they want to make it believe that we do not exist, that there are Hispanics like myself, that are proud sons of immigrants that came the right way, that want to be part of the dream, the American dream, and we want to stand up against Gavin Newsom and all the tyranny that is happening. We are helping congressional candidates get elected into office. We helped Mike Garcia win California 25, the first time a Republican has flipped a blue seat since 1998. And the Hispanic Assembly stands firm with congressional candidates in state assembly. And I will leave you with this. If you want to reach out to me, please do. Our organization is going to help more Republicans, more conservatives, because Hispanics are Republican. We are conservative, and so are our values. We are faith-based nuclear family. We believe in freedom. We believe in America and the Constitution. I'll leave you with this. It's called My Creed by Dean Alfinge. I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dulled by the state to look after me. I want to take the calculated risk to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to barter incentive for a dole. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for beneficence, nor my dignity for a handout. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself, to enjoy the benefit of my creations, and to face the world boldly and say, this with God's help, I have done. God bless you guys. God bless everyone.
Thank you very much. All right. Yes, thank you, USA, 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 USA. All right, thank you guys. We would like to introduce Mr. Morton Irvine Smith to the stage now. Here you go, sir.
Thank you. I want to hear somebody say something to me that matters. Can we say the name freedom? Freedom! 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 Amongst all the speakers today, of which we are pleased to have so many that matter to all of us, I am a particular fan. All right, since I get to start over, I damn sure will. My name is Morton Irvine Smith. That middle name might mean something to you because my family was here before California was a state. And I have a passion for this state because my family died in this soil when there was nothing else there but soil. And we're all the soil of this state. We are all here because this is the most beautiful, God-blessed, God-kissed place on the planet to live. At this time, we are faced
with a tyranny that is darker and is the only thing possible that could darken that sun. And we are starting to live under it. And it is gross, and it is dark, and it is evil. Yes. Now, what is forgotten to many of you is that these events don't come cheap, and they don't come without effort. And I happen to love everybody that puts blood, sweat, and tears into these events. And we're going to get back to that chanting in about a minute and a half. But I want to talk to you about the name of one particular group. These 4 women standing behind me right here. My name is Morton, and these are the Angels. In all seriousness, I want you to think about their name. And we're going to show them a little bit of gratitude here for the next minute and a half. Freedom Angels. Can we start a slow baseball cheer? Freedom Angels! 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 Kind of sticks with you, okay?
Freedom!
So I want you to think about something in that title. And anytime you see their events, know that you are one with them. They are, what is an angel? An angel is a protector. We are now faced with an energy of darkness that wants to take away your religion and your protection. Think about that. We are all angels. We are angels to our children, to our mothers, to our grandparents, to our neighbor, to our coworker. We are Legion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin. All right, here we go.